Good morning. So we will discuss the associated angles, few more examples after part 2 only. This time we are going to involve pi and we will learn two formula first. Very simple formula. So look at this. This is something like sine of minus theta. Okay. So if negative angles are taken for the sine function, you get a minus sine theta. Similarly, if you get cosec of minus theta, you will get minus cosec theta. Okay. So remember this to rule that sine of minus theta, the minus is shown outside, and when you get cos of minus theta, this cos it will absorb the sine. It will be the sine gets negative sine gets absorbed and you will get only cos theta. So obviously dependent on this is or related to this is sec of minus theta, which also becomes sec theta. This will become sec theta as well. It becomes positive. And dependent on sine, you get sine and cosec, as well as tan of minus theta is there. It also shows up minus tan theta. And cot of minus theta, this will also show up minus cos theta. So these negative angle formula are useful for when you find out the associated angles which are negative. So now what we will do, we will see few pi related angles. Say sine equation which is sine 5 pi by 3. Now when sine 5 pi by 3 is given, first of all you see what is it. 5 pi by 3 is something like, which is 5 into 60, which is 300 degree. That means this is located in the fourth quadrant. So automatically this will be negative. But it's not necessary to do all the calculations every time. So what we will do, we will write 5 pi in the terms of 3 only. So we will break 5 pi as per the multiples of 3. So we will write 6 pi minus pi whole divided by 3. So this means it becomes sine of 2 pi minus pi by 3. So 2 pi minus pi by 3. So it's not absolutely essential to put the value and check what you are getting. So 2 pi minus pi by 3 means what? Obviously you got 2 pi is over here in the east because it's even pi. Minus pi by 3, that means it's coming back. So this is the location. The fourth quadrant is the location. Okay, that means the first point is it has to be negative. Okay, because of the fourth quadrant, the sign will have negative values. Now 2 pi means what? 2 pi means it's 4 pi by 2, even multiples of 90 degree. So its sign is not changed, so sine pi by 3. So it's a sine 60 you get. Sine 60 means minus root 3 by 2. The answer is minus root 3 by 2. So this will be the answer of sine 5 pi by 3. So let us see one more examples related to it. Now we see another example. This is from exercise 3.2 NCERT. Question number 8. Here it's tan 19 pi by 3. So I told you that you don't need to put the value of pi and check where the quadrant is. Actually, it will automatically come out because you know about the east, west, north, south locations. So what we are going to do? So we are going to break this 19 pi as per the multiples of 3, closest multiple of 3. So we will write what? We will write 18 pi plus pi. I hope you are following. So don't write other multiples like say 21 or 15. All those multiples are actually far away from 3. So write the closest multiple 18, which is nearest to 19. So here I get something like 6 pi plus pi by 3. Now 6 pi plus pi by 3, 6 pi is even pi, you know, it's in the east, and plus pi by 3 means it actually enters, it's over, 6 pi is over here, plus pi by 3 means it enters the positive quadrant. So obviously this angle is located in the first quadrant. The first quadrant, tan is obviously positive, you know. So next line it will be a plus tan pi by 3. So plus tan pi by 3. So that means tan 60 degree. So answer will be root 3. So let us see one more example related to this. So this is example 9 which I have just written. It's sine of minus 11 pi by 3. So you can see sine of minus 11 pi by 3. So automatically, as per the above formula, you get this minus outside. So it will be minus sine 11 pi by 3. Please note that this minus is not the sign for the particular quadrant. This minus is actually coming outside because of the negative angle. So now this 11 has to be parted as per the multiples of 3. So there are two multiples, you know, nearest to 11, that is 9 and 12, which are the multiple of 3. So I will take 12 because 12 is near to this. So I write here 12 pi minus pi by 3 with a minus outside. So it becomes sine of 4 pi division by pi by 3. So here I got this. Okay, sine of, so 4 pi minus pi by 3 means, again it happens that 4 pi is over here, 4 pi is over here, and minus pi by 3 means it's coming back to the fourth quadrant. It is coming back to the fourth quadrant. So in fourth quadrant, sine is what? Sine is negative, that means a minus will come. So another minus sign comes over here. It's sine of pi by 3. That means both the minus you get a positive. So sine 60 degree. So the answer will be root 3 by 2. Okay. So this is another example. Let's see the next. Okay, this is the next example, next sum number 10 from the same exercise. So cos of minus 15 pi by 4. So first of all, this minus is resolved because you see cos of minus theta is positive cos theta. So this will be what? This is written as cos 15 pi by 4 only. That means the minus sign is absorbed. Now 15, the number 15 will be having its values 16 and 12, which are multiples of 4. So there are two numbers existing which are near to 15, that is 16 and 12, which are the multiples of 4. Obviously I choose a 16 because 16 is nearer to 15, which is also a multiple of 4. So 16 pi minus pi, 4 divided by 4. So here we do 4 pi minus pi by 4. So 4 pi minus pi by 4, it's cos only. Why cos? Because 4 pi means it's 8 pi by 2. So even multiple of 90 degree. And what will be about this sign, whether it is positive or negative? It will be positive because it's a 4 pi minus pi by 4 means it's coming back to the fourth quadrant where already the cos is having a positive value. So it will be a plus cos pi by 4. The answer is 1 by root 2. So this is the value of number 10. Okay, I see in the book this is not cos, it's given cot. So if it is cos, this will be the answer. So in the book, so take it as any general example. Okay. So take it as a question. So number 10 is this. Actually it's cot of minus 15 pi by 4. So If it is cos, then it will be 1 by root 2 in the same way which we have done. But if it is cot, the book says it is cot only, which I misread. So cot of minus 15 by 4, as you know that for cot the minus sign comes out. So minus sign will come out 15 pi by 4. Okay. So it's a minus sign. The same thing, you know, 15 pi by 4 will be written like this. So it will be 4 pi minus pi by 4. So I have not shown you the breaking because it's the same thing. You refer to this. So again it's the same fourth quadrant, it's coming back. So where already cot is negative, so you get a minus sign of cot pi by 4, which is minus of minus cot pi by 4. The answer will be 1. So answer of number 10 question is 1. Next we are going to proceed with the compound angle things. So compound angles, I will write a few formula over here, and you will see that what formula we are getting for compound angles. Let's see. So compound angles formula, here we are writing a list of formula over here. This you have to understand and you have to remember. Okay, so you can be aware of the derivation, but again and again I tell you, you must remember the formula for doing better mathematics, because otherwise if you forget the formula, you cannot understand how the sums will be done or something like that. So let us see the formula. We will try writing the formula in sets, different sets. So here in compound angles, what we do, we add up the angles and get their trig functions, the formula related to it. Like say compounded means we are adding a plus b multiple angles, or we are subtracting. So we are forming like this. So these are basically angles when they are compounded, a plus b or a plus b plus c, two or more angles when they are compounded. So a plus b, when this is a formula there, it has got geometrical proof also. You can see the geometrical proof in your book also. So it's sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Number 2, it's the sine of a minus b. Sine of a minus b is sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. Okay, so these are formula we learned. Then cos a plus b. Cos a plus b, we see cos a cos b minus, here it will be a minus. When cos a plus b we are writing, it will be a minus. So I write two more formula. So I wrote cos a minus b also. Cos a minus b, it will be a plus over here. Cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. So now we will learn number 5. So this is a set of 4. Number 5, what we do, we are actually adding this formula number 1 and formula number 2. Okay, so formula number 1 and formula number 2, if you add, so you are going to get formula number 5. So at this side, this cos a sin b and cos a sin b will cancel. You get 2 sin a cos b. So 2 sin a cos b is equal to, this side will be also added. So sin a plus b plus sin a minus b. Okay. Now formula number 6, what we do a subtraction of number 1 and number 2. We do a subtraction of number 1 and number 2. So when you do the subtraction, this will be cancelled and cos a sin b will be added. So it will be 2 cos a sin b. So these are the logic of writing the or deriving the formula from the previous formula. But you have to understand, you have to remember this separately. So sine, you cannot derive the formula during the exam. that will be a sheer wastage of time. So sine A minus B, look at it please. So this is happening. Now number 7 we do a 3 plus 4, okay, and number 8 we will do a 4 minus 3. So I'll write first the formula and then I'll explain it to you that how it is happening. So actually I have written the formula. See, 3 plus 4 means when we are adding these two lines, so sin A sin B minus sin A sin B and plus sin A sin B going to cancel. So now these two will be added, so 2 cos A cos B I get, and this 2 will be also added. Now here I don't do a 3 minus 4 but I do a 4 minus 3. Why so? Because if I do 4 minus 3 then only this will become positive. This will cancel. Otherwise there will be minus 2 sin A sin B. If I do 3 minus 4 it will be a minus 2 sin A sin B. That formula I can write over here. So if I do a 3 minus 4 then in that situation it will be a minus 2 sin A sin B. Okay, because you are doing 3 minus 4. In that situation it is okay if the cos A plus B will be written first, minus cos A minus B will be written in the next. So here the order changes because we did a 4 minus 3. Okay, so this 5, 6, 7, 8 just came because of the previous 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I am going to write 9, 10, 11, 12, another 4 formula 9, 10, 11, 12. So this logic of this will be, okay, logic of this formula will be using this 5, 6, 7, 8. I will try to write 9, 10, 11 and 12. So what I do, I replace this A plus B, I replace this A plus B by C. Okay, this A plus B I replace by C, and A minus B I will replace by D. Okay, so if I do using number 5, what I get? Sin C plus sin D, right? This is sin C, this is sin D, because I replaced A plus B by C. So here this will be 2 sin A. So if I find out A from here, it will be C plus D by 2. How C plus D by 2? I'll show you over here. See, A plus B is equal to C. Okay. And A minus B, or I'll do it a little down because I need this for writing other formula. A plus B is equal to C and A minus B is equal to D. So if I add, I get a 2A because these two are cancelled. So that is C plus D, and A becomes what? A becomes C plus D by 2. Similarly, if you subtract these two values, you will get 2B, which is C minus D, and hence B is equal to C minus D by 2. So we can substitute the value of A and B over here, because this is A, this is B. So B will be cos what? C minus D by 2. Why so? Because I got this B value over here. So this is my B value and this is my A value. Okay. So similar to this, I will write the other formula also. It is sin C minus sin D. Why sin C minus sin D? Because sin C minus sin D. The 11th one will be cos C plus cos D. And this number 8, which is modified, which is cos D minus cos C, because A minus B is written earlier, so it will be cos D minus cos C. So I will write this formula and show you that what is actually happening. See, sin C minus sin D, I have written 2 cos C plus D by 2, sin C minus D by 2, that means cos A. So I have put the value of A, and sin B. So I have put the value of B. So that is sin C minus sin D. Number 11 and number 12. Number 11 and number 12 also I have written C cos C plus cos D is cos A cos B. So I have substituted A's value and B's value. Here it is cos of D minus cos C. A minus B is D. So cos D minus cos C is 2 sin A sin B. I have substituted C plus D by 2 sin of C minus D by 2. So these are the set of 12 formula. You can say a list kind of thing. So we are going to see tan formula, compound angles of tan now. So I write tan of A plus B. So how tan of A plus B is produced, you know? Tan of A plus B is produced by dividing 1 by 3. So you get here sin A plus B and divided by cos A plus B. So you get tan A plus B. The formula of that will be, I'll write over here, that is tan A plus tan B whole divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. So how it is produced? I write in short 1 by 3. So this produces tan A plus B. So for homework, you can try how it is appearing, like how these two lines are getting divided and you get tan A plus B. Number 14. When you divide 2 by 4, that means sin A minus B by cos A minus B, you get tan of A minus B. So that is tan A minus sin. It's an alternate kind of sign, it's a pattern, you see, you will understand. 1 plus tan A tan B. Okay, so this happens 1 plus tan A tan B. Now we can write two more formula of cot A plus B. So cot A plus B, I will suggest first you go through this up to 14, because cot A plus B is actually a little confusing when you learn tan and cot together. So it's a problem for you. So better you consolidate with this tan first and settle down with this tan, then you learn cot. So remember one thing, you write cot B first. Cot B plus cot A in the denominator, and this will be cot B cot A plus minus 1 over here in the numerator. Number 16 is cot A minus B. Cot A minus B, if you look at, the denominator will be cot B minus cot A. And that is the utility of writing cot B earlier, because when we write cot B plus cot A, we don't understand. Here actually we write, because cot B minus cot A, if you write cot A minus cot B, it will be wrong. So this happens. Okay. So this is the 16th one. The last formula which we are going to write, that is a very big formula. So important also. That is tan of A plus B plus C. So the tan of A plus B plus C is a formula where three angles are compounded. So how we write it is actually, please note it carefully, pause the video and see what I am writing. Tan A plus tan B plus tan C minus tan A tan B tan C whole divided by 1 minus tan A tan B minus tan B tan C minus tan C tan A. So I leave this formula with you. You go and study this formula, try to prove them, and next part we will do some sums on this. Thank you.